Hey guys, what's up? This is Krazak here. Welcome back once again. So, it's been a while since I've done one of these, a couple weeks now, and I figured it was time to get back into it, as well as I've had some feedback and interesting questions that have had me thinking. I was actually asked recently, what would you do in order to end suffering in the world, such as world hunger and things like that? And it's kind of interesting to see how I would treat the answer. My answer isn't a get rich quick solution, nor is it necessarily a give everything and all solution in order to solve it. But there is something that you can do, or I can do even, for that matter, that can permanently change the world, and I'm hoping that this can inspire you to change the world as well. What that is I feel how we use and manage our money that we're given to change the world. I've been through something called Financial Peace University. This video is in no way sponsored by that. However, it is something I would highly recommend, definitely to learn how to handle money, how you personally handle it, as well as tips and tricks to really honestly build wealth with whatever kind of job you have. But I have a job where I'm making just pretty much minimum wage right now. And yet at the same time, I'm still building wealth. I'm still paying off my debts. I'm still paying off my loans. And it's interesting to see that I can get, I can still climb financially even though I'm making pretty much bare minimum. To basically sum it up for you guys though, what you'd want to do is you'd want to get out of debt, first and foremost. A lot of the world, and indeed America, is a great example for that. And by great example, I don't mean like, hey, this is something you should look up to. No. America is notoriously known for the amount of debt that we are in. And that's one of the things where really we need to get out of debt. A lot of our problem economically is that we owe people money, which kind of being in debt to these other people, they can do what they want and it be justified. Granted, we don't necessarily want that, but in all reality, someone could threaten us with war over money because we were supposed to pay them back and didn't. And even though we wouldn't be happy with it, it would be entirely justified. But beyond that, getting out of debt, you're also saving up money. You're making sure that you have enough money put aside in case of an emergency, which would be at least $1,000. You want to do this before you're paying off all your debt. You want to do this first and foremost. That way, if something does happen, you have something to fall back on. You have something where you're not just hung out to dry, or not suddenly just dead financially because you didn't have anything. But this can be built upon with getting out of debt, with staying out of debt, with saving up. You can get into investments. But what I find most interesting about this program is near the end it said, give. Give generously. And it's kind of interesting to see. Those that hold on tight to their money are the ones that stress, are the ones that risk losing money because of it. But yet those who give it away, within reason, like you're not going to give 90% of your money and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I have to get all this stuff back because I just don't have money to pay for things now. No. What it is it's like give generously. Donate to charities. Maybe offer up some of your own maybe offer up some of your own pay in order to help out organizations in need, such as schools or institutions. Or, in the case of what I was asked, to support and to do something about world hunger. because the thing is, we have the resources. We have food in America. It's true. And a lot of it goes to waste. There are fields that sometimes just rot because people don't do enough about food. Or we don't need the food. Or there's nobody to take the food or to buy the food. But we have the means to end world hunger, to end world thirst. But it's a matter of just us not doing something about it. It was interesting to see. I live in Michigan, and in the Flint area, this hits very close to home, because all of a sudden, they were without water. What are we going to do? How is this going to affect the rest of Michigan? Well, turns out the people of Michigan came together. It's like, here, let's provide water. Let's give them water. Which, I mean, water, sure, it costs money for bottled water like that, but it's not overly expensive. It's something that anyone could do, basically. And I mean, it's a small scale example of something that we could do for entire nations if we so chose. Which, I mean, it's kind of interesting to see that. That even though you start small, even though you can start with next to nothing, you can end up further on down the road, closer to, I guess, even the end of your life. Maybe even the middle of your life by that point. If you've managed it enough, if you've built up enough, then by the middle of your life or so, you can start doing something to really make an impact in the world. And it's crazy to see. Everyone has a passion for something or another. But just to see that passion, there is only one person that has the passion that you have. Anywhere. Ever. And always. And that will only ever be you. Only one person has your passion. And nobody else is ever going to have that same passion that you have. So, if you feel that passion is for something like world hunger, or for slavery, which, yes, that still exists, believe it or not, then we have the means to actually do something about it. And yes, it requires being responsible for our money, which not everyone wants to do. Not everyone wants to take the time. But at the same time, it's very important to realize that managing our own households, managing our own accounts, managing what we have at our disposal is important for you guys to be able to really do what you dream of. And it's one of these things that I've already touched on before. You don't want to just dream small, because where does that leave you? Lazy. Without really wanting to do much. Just kind of living life day by day, not really hoping for anything. And as for me, I can't live that way. And I can't stand to see you guys live that way either. Which I guess the whole thing of why I've been doing this is so that I can make an impact on the world around me. And it's small, yes, I know, but the fact is we're growing. And it's an honor to be able to see that. Because on my own, I don't know, I could consider myself a lonely person. An introvert. Someone who really doesn't talk to people much. Someone who socially awkward, give or take, whatever. But the fact that so many of you already have stepped up and have taken a look into this and have given what I've had to say a chance to be able to receive it, to be able to listen, to be able to take it to heart, or to even be able to disagree with me. It means a lot to me, and I'm actually surprised that you guys have stuck around this long. But I do want to say, thank you guys so much. It means something, and I'm really hoping this inspires you to do something with it. Either way, though, I think that pretty much wraps us up on time. I hope to be seeing you guys again soon. But until then, this is Krazak, signing out. See ya.